About to go check in. It's Friday right now. I can't do a route after this because I have a route at night. If I could do things over, learning off of my week, what I would do probably different is maybe not book something during the day and just keep my work at night if I'm gonna book something. So like for example, I had a route at 10:45, or I've had a route at 10:45 every day for the last 6 days this week, and I should have started my day at that time. Like I should have started my routes at that time. So I could have done that one. I could have done one like at 4 a.m. and then I could have done another one like shortly after if possible, you know. But it is pretty hard to, like if I do this one and then I don't have one till later, then what happens is I end up staying awake the whole time and trying to like, you know, just pull through like this the whole night, you know. You end up buying energy drinks, you end up doing things you don't want to do, so it is what it is. But I'm about to go in there, quick route, only two routes today. I have one in the morning, so we'll see how it goes, but let's get this. Equipment is one of the questions that I've been getting a few emails in regards to, and just like what type of equipment do I need, where did you get your equipment and stuff like that. So what I'm gonna do right now is I'm just gonna give you guys a quick overview of the company that I use to get my my equipment from. I use a company called Uline. That's Uline. And they have it's a really big company. It's a really notable company. They have a whole bunch of stuff. The reason that I utilize them is because you could create a business profile through them, and then you can utilize what is called a net 30 pay. And so they'll send you the items at $0 up front, but you just have to make sure that you pay that 30 days later. I'm not sure what happens if you don't pay it, so I wouldn't do that if I were you guys. You know, you don't want to ruin something like this, because I heard that this actually helps out your business credit as well, because you're paying it off and kind of showing that you're reliable in that sense. So as far as like e-track, load bars, straps and stuff like that, I'm gonna put all that information in the description of the video. Whatever I feel like y'all need, or whatever I feel that is necessary, I'll put it all in the description of the video. You guys can choose to, you know, either get that or get something that's from another store. You don't even have to get any of this stuff that I'm talking about, but I'm just gonna show you what I did and show you how I got my stuff. The reason that I went with Uline and I did the net 30 pay, you don't have to do this, but the reason that I did it is because I had just got my truck. I got the insurance. I did a whole bunch of stuff for my truck, and at that point, I know how important cash flow is in a business, and I didn't want to keep myself strapped and not have any cash flow for any type of emergency or anything like that. So I ended up getting the equipment through here on the net 30 pay. They do have 2-day business shipping, so it gets there pretty quick. So I don't remember what day I started, but I know that I ordered the thing literally like 3 days before, and that thing was there like super quick. I'm out here in Cali, you know. I'm sure that they have a lot of these throughout the US, but y'all try it out, you know. It doesn't hurt. And if you keep cash flow in your account, and you could pay it off, you know, 30 days later, if you play your cards right, there's no reason why you won't have that money in there. If you know that it's going to be at least 30 days before you start doing that, and it's going to be hard for you to pay that off within that time, then I would say wait till the week of that you're going to start, or maybe the week before, a couple days before, as long as it's during the week. If you order it on a Saturday, I don't believe it's going to get there on Monday. I believe it'll probably get there like Tuesday or Wednesday. So just keep that in mind. But any day, Monday through, I'd say Thursday, to play it safe, I'm sure you'll get a 2-day shipping. And some of them right here, I'm looking at it, it says same day shipping on some. I'm sure you have to be in a certain area, but hey, It's pretty awesome.
Okay, you guys, so this is Uline. This is the website I was talking about. I'm pretty sure most of you have heard of this, but if you haven't, it's a really big company. It's a really reliable company. I haven't had any issues with them. And as a matter of fact, I like the fact that I was able to purchase um, my equipment with $0 up front without having to do a credit check or anything like that. And then I just had to be responsible enough to pay within 30 days. Not sure what happens if you don't pay within 30 days, but I don't want to find out. You know, if I ever need equipment, I want to have the flexibility of whether I paid up front or whether I paid in 30 days. So it's up to you guys. But the first thing that I would say that you would need is obviously a pallet jack. They have very many different types of pallet jacks that you can choose from. The one that I got is this one right here. I thought it was good. It actually went up in price now that I'm looking at it. I think I bought mine for like 350, 360. It holds up to 5,500 pounds, which is pretty dope. I haven't had any issues with it. It's, really good. You can actually get it in, I believe, yeah, it comes into these different colors. You can choose whatever color you want. Like I said, you don't have to get any of these, but if you do, I think this is the cheapest ones that I found on the website, and they work really, really well. Back to here, you can see all the different ones that they have. I really wouldn't get, like, I guess these, because you're not gonna really have the space in your truck to get those, I guess. But look at the other ones, see what's up. If you like them, go ahead and get it. If not, then whatever. Like maybe even the electric one, I wouldn't even do that. Like that's it's gonna take up too much space. Like that's gonna take away from you being able to take an additional pallet or something like that. The other thing that you don't need to have this, but so your pallet jack, they call them pallet trucks, I guess. But this pallet jack, if you don't have this pallet truck stopper, it's called a pallet truck stop, you're gonna have to tie it down somehow, some way, because if not, it's just gonna be rolling around back there. And like in the beginning, I had it tied down, and I obviously didn't tie it down good enough because I just heard it like slamming against, like, just rolling, obviously, as I was driving and slamming against like different parts of the back of my truck or my box. And I decided to just actually get this stop. It's $45 if you just get one. I just needed one, so I believe that is the price that I paid for it. You just pretty much, it is what it is. You put this thing on the bottom, and you just put the two front wheels right there in that little space. And yeah, it believe it or not, it holds it in place. It comes in clutch. Sometimes, like, to support the pallet, like I'll put the pallet jack through the pallet after I strap it up to like give it a little bit more support, and then I put my pallet jack wheels in between here so that I can, so that I know it's not going to move. But even if your truck is empty and you just want your pallet jack to not move around or slam against the side of your truck, or you don't want to tie it down, then you can buy this. But you don't have to buy this. You could tie it down with your straps or whatever, as long as it doesn't move around. But it's up to you. So the other thing that you might not need are these load bars. I ended up getting some. I got these ratchet ones, because when I got my truck initially, it didn't come with the E-Track rail. But if you do have an E-Track, or if you plan on getting one, I would say just go with these E-Track beams right here if you want to get a load bar, or if you want to get a couple. I didn't have any issues with this one. The only thing is that you just have to be careful, because if the carts or whatever, like if you're working with Amazon and they put those carts in your box, if those carts are like slamming into it, it could bend it. I had one of mine get bent, and I wasn't able to close it, so I just had to take my loss on that one. But they do hold in the freight, so like sometimes if the pallet is too low or whatever, I'll just put this one on the bottom. Or if I feel like I need more support up top or more support on the bottom, I'll do one, because I only have one E-Track rail. But I'll do my strap in the middle, and then I'll put the load bar on the bottom or on top, whatever I feel is going to help support it a little bit better. So you don't really need these if you're going to be working OTR or with third parties. I have had some of the brokers request that I have load bars or whatever. I've always had them, so it is what it is. Be very careful with them, because they can bend, and you don't want to break them. So just make sure you use them. Good. Yeah, these are the ones I have right here. They're $58, and it doesn't matter how many quantities you get. So think about that. Then this, if you're going to be doing Amazon Relay, you don't really need these moving blankets. But if you're going to be either working with third parties, I have had, some brokers that I've worked with that that particular company that I was going to pick up for had furniture, and they did want me to wrap them. So I did get 6 blankets. I believe that's the minimum that you can get. Yeah, right there. And so if you're going to be working with Amazon primarily and you don't plan on doing anything else, then I would say you don't really need them. If you want to have them and, you're one of those people that likes to be prepared and, have them just in case if you do end up, needing them or whatever, then go ahead and do that. If you're going to be doing third party, or if you know that you're going to be either moving people or moving furniture or whatever, then I would highly advise for you to get these because you will need them. But I mean, that's on you guys. I am one of those people that I like to get, if I can't afford to get the best stuff, might as well get it. So I did get this one. They are a little bit heavier. I'm not sure what the difference is compared to like economy right here. Maybe the ounces, the amount of weight, maybe. I'm not sure. The padding. Yeah, it's the padding maybe. But yeah, it says right here, deluxe. Long haul movers, favorite with extra padding and heavy duty stitching. So I had got this one because I was going to be OTR and I wanted to have them, just in case to be prepared. But I rarely ever use them. As a matter of fact, I actually took them out of my truck. I don't even have them in there right now. They're in my garage. The other thing that you're definitely going to need are these straps. So if you're going to have an E-Track, I would highly advise for you to obviously get these right here. If you don't have an E-Track, which I believe that Amazon, that's one of the requirements that they have for you that they ask of you to have. Even though when I first started, I didn't have an E-Track, and they never gave me any issues as far as like not letting me take the load because I didn't have an E-Track. But I quickly, after I bought my pallet jack and after I bought a few load bars or whatever, I went ahead and purchased the rail, and I did the railing myself. Well, actually, I had a friend do it. I saw him do it. He taught me how to do it. It's pretty easy, super duper easy. But if you don't have an E-Track, definitely look at the other ones. If you do have an E-Track, definitely get these. So I have these right here, these gray ones. I haven't had any issues. They hold up to 3,000, and I mean, they work well for me. Obviously, right here, depending on the quantity that you get, is how much you pay. You don't have to take my word for it or anything. I have 6 straps. With Amazon, I've never had to use more than that, but with a third party, I have had them request more than 6. They've requested for like 8 to 10. So if you're going to be doing a mixture of OTR or a mixture of third parties like DAT and all that, and then do Amazon as well, then I would say get yourself 6 to 8 or maybe 6 to 10, whatever you think you can afford. If you can't afford them all, definitely work your way up to that. But if you're going to do Amazon, maybe 4 to 6, or 4 to 8, whatever you choose. You can choose whichever ones you want. You don't have to get any of these. Right there, you'll see the prices and everything. I'm putting links to to all these in the description just so you can have them. These exact links that you see right here, just so you guys can look them up. But the other thing I would highly advise for you to get is is this E-Track rail. It's way easier to secure the load. I feel that it's safer. It's really easy to install. So they come they come in a 5x5. So you're gonna have to get 50 feet, so 25 feet on each side. And then if y'all want, I can do a video because I'm gonna be installing a bottom row of the E-Track on my truck here soon. And if you guys want, I can show you guys how I'm gonna install it. That way you guys can do it yourselves, because literally it's just drilling the hole, and then just putting the rivet in there and cutting out, or pretty much just using that tool to cut the end of the rivet off. It's really, really easy. But If y'all want, just put that in the comments, and then I'll go ahead and share that in a different video. But yeah, so I got these zinc plated ones. There's powder coated or zinc plated. Not I'm not a handyman. I'm not, or not too familiar with any of this, so please excuse my ignorance. But I just saw the price. I saw that these were a little bit more expensive, so by a couple dollars. So I ended up getting these. Didn't mind that. I guess they work well and they do their job. I haven't had any issues with them, but highly, highly, highly advise for you guys to get these. If you can afford to get 3 rows, one up top, one in the middle, one on the bottom, definitely do that. If you can't afford much, at least try to do 1 row. That's what I tried to do. I didn't want to really break the bank on this. Kind of wanted to test it out, see how I like it. And, I don't see myself ever not having it again. And then if you can afford 2, then definitely do 2 at least. Try to do one up top and one on the bottom, because one thing that I've noticed is even the tall loads or the tall pallets, they're easily supported if you're holding them, if you're supporting them through the middle. And sometimes you'll get some short pallets that if you try to secure them with the middle row, it's too tall, so you're not really going to be securing anything. And that's where the load bars for me come into play, where I just put it on the bottom so that, I can secure that and make sure it doesn't move or get damaged. But if I could have it, if I could have the perfect scenario, I would just put all 3 rows up front, because then I know that if I really wanted to be cautious, I could, use 3 straps if I wanted to, and feel confident that that pallet's not going to fall over. And then the last thing, you don't really need this. I did end up having this. I believe when I bought my pallet jack and I bought the load bars, I believe I bought all those together. I'm not sure, it happened a while ago, but regardless, besides the point, when I bought this, depending on how much you spend, Uline will actually give you a list, like as you're checking out of like if you spend from this amount to this amount, you get these items for free, or any of these items, like you could choose one. And for me, it just so happened to be that these gloves were for free. You don't need the gloves. Like in the beginning, I used to really use them to do the loads and everything, to like not dirty my hands or kind of, protect my hands. And now I really just use them whenever I pump gas, like to open up the thing. Or you'll notice that where the diesel comes out from, that hose thing, it'll be covered in diesel sometimes, so you don't really want to get that on your hands. At least I don't. So just keep that in mind. If you can get these for free, then get them for free, right? You're not losing anything. If you want to buy them, you can also buy them. But I did get these, and that's, you can get more stuff. You really don't need to get more than this. You really don't even need to get anything but a pallet jack, maybe some strap, or not maybe, definitely some straps, and maybe a few load bars just in case. But besides that, man, with Amazon, I've really only used the pallet jack, and then I use the load bars to secure the load sometimes. Definitely use the pallet truck stopper. Well, all the stuff on here, I feel like I use the I don't use the moving blankets on here at all, but as far as everything else, I definitely use, and then the load bars I don't really use either. So if you want to hold off, if you really, really want to get started, what I would say is at least definitely get the pallet jack and get you some straps. And if you don't have an E-track, or your truck doesn't come with an E-track, get yourself those ratchet straps. The ones that are, where are they? These right here. They don't have to be these either, these hook ones. And then you just have to hook them to the side of your truck. But if you can, I would highly advise for you to get these. It's way more secure. But yeah, that's it.
my route. I'm gonna finish up with this one. Drive closer to the following route and pass out for like a few hours, and then do that route and then go home. Hopefully it goes by pretty smooth. There was I noticed I saw an accident, so hopefully this cleared up by the time I'm done with all this, loading my truck and stuff. And I hear hopefully they don't lag it too much, but so far so good. You know, I feel pretty rested. I got some rest before I came on this route, and so just to make sure that I don't fall asleep on the road, because last night I was pretty tired and I just didn't want to chance if it's not worth it. So I got some rest and we'll see how it goes, but I'm out here. We're making this money, man. Yo, oh my gosh, man. I was asleep in my truck right now. I pulled up early, so today it worked out in my favor. So yesterday, pulled up to this route. Technically not supposed to be ready till 4:50. And I never pulled up too early because, I mean, just like the way my schedule goes, especially like this late, I end up waking up with just enough time to like, with just enough time to work and stuff like that. But yesterday I pulled up early since I had a route at night. I didn't want to go home or, you know, do anything like that. They didn't have it ready early, which is okay. Today though, pulled up, I put notes on the thing saying that a driver was available, and they ended up hitting me up telling me that the route was ready to be picked up. So it's like 3:30 right now. I'm gonna go load my truck, so I'll be done like an hour before I'm supposed to. I'll pray everything goes smooth. I just want to go home and sleep. We'll talk about scheduling later, man. I can't complain because I'm making money, but your schedule's everything, man. You gotta make sure that you plan this shit right. And I think I realized like what schedule has been working really well for me. And you definitely don't want to be out of compliance or anything like that. So that's another thing too, is understanding like when you can do certain things, you know. But it is what it is, bro. I'll talk to you guys later.